Good morning, guys. My name is Dynamosi. I'm actually at Juma Game Reserve, which is in the Swaziland, South Africa. So I would like to answer some few questions that came over maybe last night or this morning, guys. So I am actually Dynamosi from I'm a South African, which is South African born Mozambique, but I came here in South Africa when I was 5 years old. But I actually made everything here in South Africa. When I was young, I went to the primary in South Africa and finishing up my matric schooling here in South Africa. I'm doing everything here. I'm actually a resident of South Africa. So what I was doing since I was actually young, I was very involved in what we call the animals. I love the animals. So, but I started working with the animals by 2002. So yeah, I'm Dynamosi from Mabarulu, which is down south from where I am now. I'm looking about maybe 34 kilometers from here. It's not that far, so yeah. So I've just heard that there is some few questions that came over, but I'm not going to continue with them. What I'm going to do now, hand over to Rexon, which is actually going to be in charge.
Right, then the question, ask Hayley first what the question is for you. Ask Hayley what the question is. There you go.
There's a question that came through for you, or a couple of questions from Kimilo and Deb. They're very interested to hear some history of how you got into guiding and what your experiences have been.
It's Kimberly. Okay, I've just got another question from Kimberly actually. So what I'm going to say to you, Kimberly, actually, if you can hear that, I was involved in guiding. I mean, I was doing the trekking from 2001, which I was doing that year by the Swaziland, which is down south. Then from there, by 2004, then I moved off to the western side, which is called Northwest Province. Is where I started doing my trekking a lot more then. Then I started qualified as a third guide then. Then now I decided to come back home, where it's actually now, as you can see me, by Juma Game Reserve, Swaziland, South Africa. So I'm very happy about that. I'm very keen to do that in my life.
And I see one last thing, people are very curious. How do you spell your name?
Actually, to spell my name, because most of the people, as I said yesterday, actually, it is a little bit difficult. So I'll just give them, if they can be able to write it down. My name, to spell it, you write it D-I-N-A-M-O-S-I, Dynamosi. So that's it. If they want to write it down so they don't have to forget that, so I'll be happy.
Thank you very much, Dynamosi.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank for Dynamo's answering question in front of camera. You're very much appreciated for his history giving us to you. I will wait for the question to greeting through here, and then I'll answer if there's any question for the morning.
The first question which come through is from Lynn. She'd like to know how long will it take for leopards to have responsibility for the youngsters? And will they come in estrus and mate while they still have the youngsters?
Lynn, thank you very much for your questions. Actually, she wants to know how long that the leopard takes to having a youngster before it gets into estrus and mate with the other leopard and to have another calf, if I understand it clearly. So Lynn, yes, it will happen. Leopard will take 18 months to grow the youngster, just to the end of 18 months, somewhere 16 months or 17 months. This is a very clever question from Lynn. The leopard will come into estrus and mate with the male. Soon she's finishing mating with the male. What she's gonna do, she'll go, once having the youngster, she'll go for hunting and kill a little bit the big animals as far as impala or impala ram, and let the calves there enjoy the meal. She will never ever come back. She might go far from the calves where the calves won't able to go. She might be overlapping to someone or other female's territory in order to go away from the calf. So then on that way she would never ever come join back to the calf. So from 16 months, 17 months she comes into estrus. Before to the end of 18 months she mate with the male. She'll be ready for the next calves or the next litter. She'll drop the calf in 18 months and go. Thank you very much, Lynn, to answer that email asked that question. We lot more appreciate it.
And Leila would like to know, what is the lifespan of baboons in the wild?
If I copy it from Lane, baboons, actually what happens, survival of the fittest is more commonly from baboons and other species. Baboon can live at least 15 to 20 years easy out in wild, but soon it get losing power or losing quite a lot of confidence of himself, more special male baboon, because really there's a lot of competition. They push each other and also while they're competing, if they have, cuts and wounds like that, if it heals, when it goes on, those cuts and wounds for previously, it's gonna cause for the baboon's life when it reach after 15 to 20 years, it will becoming very weak. So then it will be easy target from lions and leopards. But the last kind of baboon, 15 to 20 years, then the baboon's life it will be finished, because it's quite a lot of activity of predators all into the area. You'll never ever find baboon dying itself by hunger or dying itself by old age. It will never ever happen. So it could be because once you are a little bit weak, you tend to be a target for the other animals. Survival of the fittest is your question from Lynn. I hope I have answered your question directly. Thank you very much, Lynn, asking us this question. We'll let more appreciate at the WildEarth team.
And Leanne would like to know, what is the average lifespan of our general game, including antelope and buffalo?
Thank you very much from Ilan, if I'm not mistaken. I want to know, the lifespan of all, ungulated that we have into the area. It's up to 28 years. Most of the animals live up to 28 years. If you look at the buffalo, giraffe, in the equivalent lifespan, which is up to 28 years, the most are low below. So up to 28 years is how these ungulated get to survive. After 28 years, they show weakness. Once they show weakness, survival of the fittest, don't forget, it will be taken by lions, it will be taken by leopards, it might be taken, even some of them they might die by diseases because they can't able to move very far. You might come across with buffalo having, in the old age, start to be attacking with different diseases. So it will die out of diseases, or giraffe might die out of this. But before, most of the time, it's very often to find that because once they get a little bit weak, it gets spotted by the other animals that are preying on them. On that way, they're going to be finished. Even hyena can finish it. So it lives up to 28. Answering your question directly, up to 28 years age of old is where all the animals can reach. After that, they're not going to survive because they can get taken easily.